So here we are in central Australia. I'm just walking down a dry riverbed. It's been dry for quite a while. There has been a bit of rain recently, and so I've been hearing some frog calls. I checked it out, and I found a few species of frogs, so I thought I'd come back and record my adventure. There are actually many different types of frog living out here, even though it's technically desert, and it's quite amazing that they can survive at all. But they do this in different ways. Some can bury down deep into the ground to survive the harsh climate, up to 1 meter, and they produce a casing from the skin, out of their skin, which is completely watertight, and they can survive under the ground for months, even a year, until rains come and the ground's soft enough for them to dig back out. It's actually starting to sprinkle now, which is quite amazing, but good for us because we might be able to find some frogs. Now, you can see how dried and cracked the ground is, and there's a few raindrops right there. So it's likely frogs, sensing the change in pressure, will come out of their holes, come out of hiding, and maybe we'll be able to find some. So there's one species around here which is very common. It's called Litoria rubella, the desert tree frog. It's a Litoria species in the Litoria genus, which means that it is a tree frog. So very good at climbing. This one, however, tends to spend most of its time under leaves, in leaf litter, under rocks, usually very close to water. Now that's hard around here. This is just about the closest you'll find to actual water, but we'll probably still find some. I have heard their call. They sound a bit like seagulls. So careful not to be bitten by any of the many snakes that are around here, or spiders. Just dig around a little and look for some. Where there are one as well, there are usually many. They are a social frog. They enjoy the company of their kind. They'll be found in colonies from 2 to 16, I found, around that number. This is also very good for them because when, like today, if it rains enough, they'll form little pools. They're all very close by, so they can quickly mate, lay their eggs, and their eggs can be very fast developing. From egg to froglet, it can be just 2 weeks for the tadpoles to form, which is necessary because if it rains and then we get a couple of weeks of 40 degrees, those pools are going to dry up very fast. Oh, look. It's a little tricky because they're exactly the colour of where they're hiding, but I found one. Oh, there's another one. Right over there. You see it? Just over there. I'll get a stick. Get him to hop towards the camera a bit. Oh, isn't he cute? Not the most spectacular frog, but a frog out here at all, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty strange with this species as well, because they're not particularly well adapted to the desert. They can be found as far north as tropical rainforests in Papua New Guinea. So that they can survive in such a wide range of climates and areas is pretty amazing. Speaks to their hardiness. I did see one other one over here. Ah, here he is. So, right over here. But you can see how well camouflaged they are. Just down there. Oh. I'm gonna leave him alone after this. But yeah, there's probably a small colony living in the leaf litter right here. This seems just about the best spot in this little stretch where there would be frogs, but in areas like sort of near those rocks there, where it divots a bit and you can see like the cracked mud where water's been sitting there before, it's very likely that there are other species of frog living there. Much harder to find though, because those are burrowing frogs. And with those, you can't really look for them. You have to wait for them to come up, and you just got to sit there, maybe with a torch at night, and wait for them to come to you. But maybe I'll be lucky because it is starting to rain. With the rains, a lot of animals start to come out. And because it's getting night too, a lot of the nocturnal animals start to get out. So I might just be lucky. Anyway, I hope you've learnt something. Any feedback is greatly appreciated, and if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. That's all for now. See ya.